Hey folks, Steve with you once again. Welcome back to the channel. Today, by request, somebody in the last video asked if I could do some leather and show you how that's done. We're going to do that today. So we're going to make a hat patch. It's just going to be my logo. I've showed you the logo before. Actually, we've modified the logo a little bit to make it look a little more Glowforge friendly. Make it engraved better and stuff. So we're going to go ahead and do the logo, and we're going to show you how to do leather. We are using proof grade leather, which is just Glowforge's version of leather. It means nothing else than that has a barcode on it, or a QR code that the camera inside the thing can scan and let you know what the settings are, and you don't have to type in any settings. So that's what we'll be using today. Veg tan leather, if you don't have this, is what you're going to look for hat patches and things like that, is what Glowforge recommends, and a lot of people who engrave leather also recommend. So, if you like what you see today, don't forget to give us a like down below. Leave us a comment. Let us know how we're doing. If you want to see something, let us know down in the comment section. Subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the bell notification so you know when I get these up. And also, if you are in the market for a Glowforge, we do have that link down below. It's an affiliate link, so you save up to $500, and we make a little bit of money too. So we're going to go ahead to go over to app.glowforge.com. We are over there. We're just going to go ahead. We've already made a test of this, so we're going to go ahead and just click on the artwork since it's already in here, and that'll just load it in for us. It doesn't have to be uploaded. If you needed to upload it, you could hit upload there, or up in here you can hit upload, whichever works for you. You can see that we have the QR code in here. That is the proof grade material. It says proof grade down here. This is the medium natural leather. Again, if you're trying to do this on your own, you're going to want to get veg tan leather is what I've been told. I haven't done it yet, so I do not know 100%. Leather can be wavy, so you're going to want to hold it down with something. We have 1, 2, 3, and 4. They're just magnets. Those are from the Dollar Tree. You get 6 or 8 of them for $1. They're pretty good little magnets, and they do a good job for something of this nature. And we have our logo here, so we want the logo to be about the size of a hat, which is about 2.5 by 2.5-ish, maybe 3. You could probably go up to 3 inches here. Let's do that. And it'll fit on a hat pretty good. So the next thing we want to do is we want to make a circle. So with the Pro version, you can do a circle in here. You can always prepare your artwork somewhere else. And we're going to put a circle around this. The circle is pretty close to the right size. We just got to try to get it in there. We'll make it a little bit smaller. And you'll see why we're doing this in a second. It's a little too small now. All right. We will move the artwork over towards the edge. I actually got to make this circle fairly big for what I want to do. That is okay. So, on the Pro version of the software, you have this thing called Pattern Line. It's over here with your outline and all that other stuff. So if you go to Pattern Line, and we're probably not going to use this, but I just wanted to show you how it's done. If you click on Mode and go to Stitching Holes, it gives you stitching holes. You can get different shapes. We're going to leave it square, or round, excuse me. You can get different patterns, double lines, you can get an offset double line, and you can get a single line, and you can do spacing. The bigger your spacing, the more space between holes, and offset just gets it closer or farther away from the artwork. So if I hit right now hole size, leave that all the same, and hit create pattern. Let's zoom in first so you can see what's going on. Let's get rid of that. Hit create pattern. It takes a couple seconds usually, but now you can see there are stitching holes all the way around. Hole size is probably a little small, so we're going to make that bigger, and you can make it all the way up to 1 inch, 0.1 inches. So, and then after that, what we'd like to do is create another circle and make it a little bit bigger. And put it on the outside, and that would be your patch if you want stitch holes. We're not going to use stitch holes today, but I just thought I'd show you how that works. And now this will be cut, the stitch holes will be cut, and this will be engraved. So you can do it that way. we're not going to do that. It makes the patch too big for what we're doing it today. But that is the way that is done. But I do like the look of having an offset. So we're going to put an offset on here. We're going to make that offset 0.05 inches once it comes up, because I like the size. I like to look at that, look of that, the way that looks. And that is going to be our patch for today. No stitch holes. This, if we used it, would be glued on, but now you know how to do stitch holes. I think you could probably, as long as you have an SVG, I think you could do stitch holes around the whole thing too, and then do an offset and all that stuff, but we're not doing that today. So that is that. We are going to go over here and look at our cuts and engraves. We're on proof grade cut because we have proof grade material, and the settings for that are 246 speed, which is fairly good. That's a decent speed for this. 81 power and 1 pass, so that means it only goes around 1 time. For the engrave, and remember, we want the cut to be last, so we want that on the bottom. So for the engrave, we are on SD graphic right now. We're going to change this to draft graphic because it works good enough for what we want. The speed for that is 1,000 and the power is 52 and 195 lines per inch. So that is the settings. You can make those own settings for yourself if they work for you. Before we do anything else, one thing I like to do, and I've been doing for a little bit now, is try to group all this stuff together. So if you highlight it all, or you can shift click on each thing, and you click group, now everything's together. So now I don't have to choose everything every time I want to move it. So that works out pretty good. We are going to put this right close to the edge as possible without hitting that magnet. All right. So we're going to double check the size, make sure we're good. 3 by 2.5-ish. That's about right. We did put the offset, so it's a little bigger than we made it, but that's okay. And now we are just going to we're ready. So we can print this thing out. It'll probably take a couple of minutes, and we will make sure that you guys can see what's going on over there. It is now on the Glowforge. You can see it. You can see the flashy button there. So we're going to go ahead and hit that flashy button. This is going to take 8 minutes and 22 seconds. The reason it's taking 8 minutes and 22 seconds is because we're using an SVG. I did this print earlier and it was 3 minutes with a JPG. But I wanted to see if it came out different. So this one's taking a little longer than it would have, but that is what we're going to do. I found out today that SVGs take longer. I don't know why, but they do. So JPGs are a little bit faster if you're just engraving something as far as a photo goes. So we're going to go ahead and push the button, give you a good angle, and now you can see. Alright, so that appears to be done. Everything is good. It's looking good from over here. So we're going to get up. We're going to go over to the Glowforge. We're going to see what it looks like. Okay, we are back. We're going to angle the camera down so we can see what's going on here. And there you go. That is a nice little patch. So, Glowforge proof grade material, except for the back of the leather for some reason. They don't put it on the back, but on the front of the leather, they do put I may have peeled it off the back. They might put it on the back. They do put tape, masking tape. So instead of taking our tool like we normally do and grabbing it and pulling it out of there, leather scrape's pretty easy, so we're not going to do that. We're going to take duct tape. This is a trick I've learned from other Glowforgers, so we're going to try it for ourselves today. Sorry about the noise. Now, this isn't the cheapest duct tape. I wouldn't get the cheap stuff. But the stronger the duct tape, the better for this process. Sorry, just putting it there so it doesn't move. All right, so what I do, and I've only done this once, so what I'm doing now is I'll lay the face of that down on there, press it down, give it a little rub, and pull it off. And you can see some of that came off. So now it's hard to see. You got to move to another place, do it again, and you keep doing this until all your tape is off. That is the quality of the patch you're going to get using proof grade materials on Glowforge. Tape on me. And using their settings. So I think that looks pretty good. It's there's a little bit of a char on it, but I heard if you take a baby wipe, and it'll wipe right off. So I haven't tried that yet. That is the back of the patch. That is the front of the patch. Now, I'm not going to put it on a hat today. I don't have the appropriate glue. I don't even know what the appropriate glue is. I'm sure there is appropriate glue, but I don't have it. So, but we made it just to see. I know there's more things you need to do before you do that too. You need to, I don't know, do the edges maybe. You need to finish it with some sort of oil or whatever, leather conditioner or whatever you do. We're not into that process just yet. We did the leather patch just to show you how it looks and how it can be done. So it was pretty good. I am very happy with it. Does it look like me? It's supposed to. But anyway, so that's it. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Like it, share it, hit that button that says buy a Glowforge if you want one. Because you can save up to $500 and we'll get a chunk of that as well. So thanks for watching. You all have a good day.